Welcome back. How's everybody doing? We are playing Blueprints. I'm streaming the exact next day after I streamed last, which is rare, but I'm glad that I have free time to get on and stream again. Last time was pretty darn productive. We learned a lot about what's going on in this world. We were able to learn not just that red letters exist, but that we were able to find one of the red letters, the one that's in the safe in the boudoir. It almost sounds like to me that there are 8 safes in the game, and the reason I say that is because we also found out about another puzzle where each room of the estate is associated with a particular letter, and we can find that letter out with the paintings. And it says 8 safes. So I think today's goal is going to be find all the letters that I don't have. And I have most of them. I just don't have the higher ranks. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up till rank 5, I have all the letters. Rank 6, I only have 2 letters. Rank 7, I have all the letters. 8 and 9, I have very few. Hello, TC Dems. Welcome back. I'm glad you're here. I was just getting started doing a recap of what I've done so far, and you said you missed some of my progress. If you ever want to catch that back up, I do upload all of my VODs on YouTube. I'm not sure if I've linked it on my Twitch, but I think the YouTube link is somewhere on my Twitch page. If it's not, I'll update it today so that there is a YouTube link, and you can find all the VODs of all my Blueprints shenanigans on YouTube. But I'm glad you're here. Let's get started. I'm on day 17. I don't think I updated the stream title to reflect that. Let me just change that. Day 17 session. There we go. Let's get started. I'm not sure if you were around when we unlocked... I don't think you were, because last time I unlocked... Awesome. I also did make another permanent change to the estate. So you can let's take a look at what I have in my estate here in the pause menu. I made some permanent changes. I've got the West Gate, I've got the Gemstone Cavern, and the Apple Orchard. This Gemstone Cavern was the latest addition from last time's stream. But I also learned about the existence of 8 red letters and found one of them. The puzzle that I'm going to be focusing on today, which might be a shorter stream than usual. I streamed for 4 hours last time, but I'm thinking I might just do 2 hours today. The puzzle that I want to focus on is I learned that each of the boxes of the estate is associated with a 5-letter word. Or each box is associated with a letter, and each rank is a 5-letter word. And I've been able to get most of them. I want to try and make a beeline towards the few rooms that I don't have. It feels like it's wasting days, but I don't feel like days are that strict of a resource that I need to be super precious with them. I will, however, go and recruit the outside room because there's so much to find in the outside rooms. Those, like, to think that the tomb was out here and led to so much discovery. All right, so we've got the trading post, items for trade. I don't have any items on me currently, and I don't think I'll ever come back here to trade if I am holding items. Hovel, special floor plans now cost additional steps instead of gems. Tool shed, 2 special items. I know there isn't a lot of information in the tool shed. It would be nice to start with the tools, but what I might do is get the hovel, because I don't remember if there's anything to be learned in there that I have already learned. Because if there is something, I've forgotten it. What do you call this thing? That's not a loom, that's a spinning wheel. Bear traps. A letter, we'll read that in a minute. A hay bed. Doesn't look like there's any items to pick up. Whoa, 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 whoa. A gas line. That's all 4 gas lines. Well, what do you know? I know I've drafted the hovel before, I just didn't know there was a gas line in it. Oh my goodness. That's an elevator. I thought I was going to go indoors and continue on the word puzzle, but that's not, I don't think that that's what's happening. I know I've drafted the hovel before. I guess I just never noticed that there was a gas line here and never tried to fiddle with it. And since learning what it was, I never drafted the hovel. Notice of termination. Somebody's been fired by Anne Babbage. Dear Mr. Revane. Revane, do I have that name? Your half-hearted dedication to the maintenance of the grounds have been greatly appreciated. However, I regret to inform you that your service as a groundskeeper of Mount Holly will no longer be required, effective immediately. This decision has been made after careful consideration and is based upon repeated observations and documented instances of neglect in the performance of your duties. The state of the green rooms in particular has deteriorated significantly over the last few months, which reflect poorly on the rest of the staff. You are required to vacate the hovel by the 20th of March, ensuring all tools and equipment belonging to the estate are returned to the tool shed in good condition. Your final wages will be settled promptly upon completion of these instructions. We thank you for your time and service and wish you the best in your future endeavors. Anne Babbage, House Manager. So I know that in the apple orchard, there's another person who started as the groundskeeper. Did I take a note of when that gardens? This person was fired on 20th March, and the next groundskeeper started on April 10th. So this is the old groundskeeper named Mr. Revane. Let's write that down somewhere. Maybe near where I wrote down about the other groundskeeper. My notes are so disorganized. Mr. Revane, old groundskeeper. March 20th, right? There we go. Mr. Revane, the old groundskeeper, was fired on March 20th. One more note. Is there anything else in the hovel? I guess the gas line is a pretty big update, so I shouldn't be greedy. Okay. Instead of going inside, I'm going straight for that elevator. I know there's a lot to be found inside with the word puzzle and everything, but there's no guarantee I'll even make it to the 7th rank. Let's make a wish. I do love the crisp sound of flicking that coin, flipping that coin. Oh my goodness. We're about to go somewhere. It's on... Does this indicate 4 levels, or does this indicate that the 4 lights are on? Here we go. And it's not even a cutscene, like I can walk around. Only place to look is that way. Let me know if my audio is fine. Last time I was streaming, somebody said my mic had a lot of static coming through it. Oh my goodness, it better not be super dark in here. Okay, I can see. With all the lights that I have on in here, just so I can stream, it gets really hard to see a dark screen. Oh, I'm here. I'm here. Oh, I'm here. The thing, we could see it from up there. Can I see? No. A miner's cap. Script and Rutherford Mining Company, Excavation Department. 7/2/1915. That's a long time ago. We're in 1993, and this is 1915. Foreman's log number 3, assay 502. As our client Thomas Sinclair suspected, the arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much longer arcade carved into the rock face. Last week, when our crew first arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible, but after only a few days of clearing vines, moss, and dirt, we have uncovered a dozen more. If it's too loud, let me turn my microphone gain down just a little bit. Let me know if that's better. Is it too loud, like just for my microphone, or is it loud the entire game? Alright, I'll wait for your response. Our exploration so far has been limited and entirely superficial as every shaft we have surveyed has ended abruptly, and every promising path leading deeper into the mountain has been blocked by tunnels packed tight with soil, rock, and debris. This site is either much older than we had first assumed, or someone deliberately had these chambers buried. So these arches in the wall are not part of the estate. They're part of the mountain from the time of Thomas Sinclair, Baron Thomas Sinclair. As our client, Thomas Sinclair, so let's note this down. Okay, awesome. What time is it for you if it's late at night? (7 to 1915). Miners working for Thomas Sinclair find tunnels in the mountain. Trying to take a few detailed notes. Deliberately buried. Oh my goodness, it's nearly 1 a.m. for you. Where are you, if you don't mind me asking? It's like I stream at what, a very relatively convenient time for myself, around 5 or 6 p.m. But gosh, I'm glad that you are staying up late just to join me for my stream. This is a tall mountain, and it's just a cliff. More mining equipment. Can't turn it on. Can I see the estate from here yet? I don't think I can. But these are not the ones that I saw. Those are the ones that I see from the estate. Look, a door. In the Netherlands. That's awesome. Hold up, a circular room. Oh my goodness. It's a chess room. And there's water in here. I wonder if I can place it on the map that I drew of the underground. Underground map. 3 is the cliffside exit. 7 is the torch chamber. No, it doesn't seem... I can't immediately place it on the map that I drew in the tomb. But this is a chessboard. I've got pieces. I've got a bishop, a knight, a pawn, a queen, a king, and a rook. Is that just shadows, or is there something written on the wall? I think it's just shadows. A very deep, water-filled chamber here. Let's interact with this. What can I do? It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this is the house. This is the estate. I know exactly what this puzzle wants me to do. I know exactly what this chessboard wants me to do, and I can't believe how detailed this bullshit is. I've taken note of all of these things and never once thought they were worth writing down, and yet here we are. Now I need to be paying critical attention to the rooms, because the paintings, the chess pieces, all of them are... So, this is what I think is happening. I've commented on this while making my rounds around the estate. Giant chess pieces just kind of show up in places, right? But what I'm taking away from this setup right here is that those chess pieces don't spawn randomly and are not associated with a particular room draft. They're associated with a room location. So maybe the knight always spawns in this room here next to the entrance hall. And if that's the case, I have to place the knight here. And maybe the bishop only spawns in B3 or whatever, or A3 or whatever. So I have to place it in the correct position. And I never noted this down. This is, okay. Next time I go into the estate, I have to keep track of whenever I see a chess piece. There's a doorway up there, but I don't know if I have access to that. So, TCC Dems, I'm assuming you have finished the game, or at least progressed as far into the game as you would like to? Because it feels like I am doing a lot of spoilery stuff in case you hadn't finished the game. Foreman's copy. Do not remove from sight. Realm and Blank. Sigil of the Past and Present, possibly? By Professor R. Willard. Fen Ares, Robert Byrd and Sons, 1905. Fen Ares is the country we are in. Awesome. 100% of the game. Amazing. That means I'm not spoiling anything for you. Introduction. Ears of the first era found either of a natural ulting from the creation of accustomed to record various signs with the aid of. They did this in order that the of the realm might not be understood by strangers. Ooh. Interesting. Historically speaking, sigils are not a new tradition. They have been found in every era and every culture and predate both written text and heraldic arts. However, today, when we use the term sigil, we are referring specifically to realm sigils, those crude circular marks of designation found on royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. This book, it's a little dark. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs and to clearly display correlation between each sigil and the iconography of the realm's royal art. How is the image of the leafless burning tree seen in the geometric lines, and what does this tell us of a kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, each variation tells us the story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigil have special meaning. So this sigil here, I saw a sigil. I know I did. I don't know if you can, I like put the chroma key on, like this was a sigil I saw. This was a sigil that I saw under the mountain in the tomb. The sigil. To understand a realm sigil, we must first dismantle the symbol and identify the individual elements that make up the whole. Each sigil is composed of 4 things. Let's start taking notes, baby. We're back in college. We're back in college. Okay. Sigils. Four parts. Core. Dividing lines, or rays. Moats. And border. I never noted down the border for the... I never noted down the border of the sigil. I have the core, I have the dividing lines, and I have the moats, but I don't have the border. Interdasting. The core. Okay. These are the symbols of the countries. I know this. So the mountain is the symbol of Arc Aries. The hourglass is Area. The pentagon? That's not correct. It should be a... Oh, this didn't give me the mountains. Okay. Origin. Hold up. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Look. All the symbols are here. Let's not jump ahead of ourselves. Let's read patiently. Okay. At the center of each sigil is a unique shape, different for each realm. If the core gives us a name, then the rest of the sigil tells us the history behind that name. Still, it is important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as a first step in deciphering any sigil, as all the other parts are meaningless if we don't first know the place we are describing. Oh, hold on. Did I not freaking write down this name? This thing, the sigil had this core, didn't it? Yeah, that's the core. Orin, Fen, Area, Con, Aries. Arc, sorry. So I need to start noting these down. What's the shape? There we go. That's O-R-I-N. Orin. Pentagon is Fe. we might eventually find more information about filling out these names. Hourglass is Area, that much I know. Wow, can't fucking draw. That does not look like an hourglass. ER. Yeah, ER. What is the rest of it? AJA. Area. Then we have the solid V. That's core, or possibly core, and then there's the mountain, which is Arc Aries. Arc. Because we know that most of the country's names end with Aries, like we have Fen Aries. The Pentagon. That's Fen Aries. It has to be. It has to be. That's Fen Aries. It starts with an FE. And the symbols tell us where we are. So this is, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna say this is Fen Aries. The double N. The rays. Ah, boy, he just torn. Arc from the core will come dividing lines, splitting the sigil from one sigil to another. The different number style and the and probably design. No. Design ends with the letter G. The differences in these immediately reveal several things. Counting the number of lines in the sigil will reveal transportation, where they are on ship or have employee expenses off. So number of lines tells you about the means of transportations utilized. So that one only has 3. Something ship routes. Hold on, let's go back here. Okay. Ties, ship routes, 8 rays on the direction rows, carriages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can I not count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8. Why did I count 7 last time? 8 rays on these directions rows. Ship routes? Interesting. Okay. Here looked like a map through trails. Another 4 rays, however, by confounding horses. Another 4 rails, so maybe 12 locomotion rays here are used for rounds that rely track-based travel. This entire page is gone. This is for borders. Wavy lines are used to indicate extreme heat. Let's make notes of those. Heat. A rainy realm is indicated with the rays of 3 vertical lines pouring down. Far more extreme stormy weather, a jagged lightning shape ray is used. A ray dotted with falling circles is used for colder realms, which snow is a common occurrence. Windy weather is displayed on sigils by the use of bent curved lines, buckling under the high winds. Moats. Okay. I'm running out of page space. Moats. On each sigil, floating between the rays, are small figures called moats. From the shape and style of the moats used on sigils, we can tell a type of society given a realm proclaimed if they consider themselves mighty in arms or blessed by artistic and economic fortune. Okay. Where do I write down the moats? I'm gonna have to go to the next page. So you've got the asterisk, which is tribal. We've got an oval with 3 dots in it for agriculture. We've got martial, which is 2 triangles. Kind of like sharp teeth. Ah, fangs. They bite ya. A weird shape like that. Metropolitan. I wonder if that's meant to denote a large estate with vampire vibes. Exactly, a large city-state with a dense urban and populous center. I wasn't reading it. Primitive realm, hunter and gatherer, harvest farming-based society and culture. Martial in general, spanning arguments. I mean, martial, they fight, right? Academic, a center. Academic's 3 lines. Academic, a center for knowledge, advanced in various scholarly pursuits. These realms are home to many schools, universities, and libraries. Industrial is a square with a dot in it. Engineering-driven culture with a focus on manufacturing, invention, and production. Oval with a cross and a dot in each center is spiritual. Spiritual, an elevated reverence for nature, animals, and the forces that guide us. A squiggle, a flower-like look. Poetic. A strong focus on the advancements of the arts, writing, music, and language. Borders. Oh, colors. Interesting. Around each sigil is an adorned edge serving as a container for the information within. There are 8 different borders, each one corresponding to a different color. These borders always correspond to the banner and national colors of that specific realm. White, black, red, violet, pink, green, yellow, orange. Okay, hold on. Let's make another line for borders. Okay, let's see. So we've got black. Interesting. I'm a little thrown off by the colors here, because they have unique designs as well. So let's just make the designs and write the colors in them too. Black is small dot, big dot, small dot, big dot, small dot. So that's black. Then there's red, which is weird wavy lines. Then there's violet, which is dash line, dash line, dash. Violet. And there's pink, which is a square wave. Pink. Then there's green, which is diagonal lines. There's yellow, which is sawtooths. And then there's white, which is hollow circles. Putting it all together. Red banners, martial. Fog? We haven't been told what fog looks like. Hold on. Putting it all together. By studying the core, rays, moats, and borders of a sigil, you should now be able to unlock the meaning behind what had previously been undecipherable enigma. I'm a little thrown off. Because these must be the symbols within the border, right? but we're missing a page. So we don't have all the information about what these symbols mean. Except that we do now. Because that symbol, the little S line, is fog. So this is about Fen Ares, right? Yeah, Fen Ares, our country. 4 dividers. What do we know about 4 dividers? 4 rays, however. Horses. Horses? I'm gonna draw that sigil down and see if I can learn much about it. So let's see. We've got okay, yeah, and then there's 4 rays, pentagon in the middle, and then martial symbol. And this is red. So the red has been scratched out. So red is wrong. So it's not red. So that means the flag for Fen Ares is not red. But we didn't have the flag of Fen Ares in the classroom. Okay. I think. Okay, so we've got foggy weather. Possibly horses? Marshall. Fog. Horses question mark. I can't fucking write. And that's the end. That's the end of the thing here. Well, TC Dems, if I've made a wrong assumption, I need to live with it until I find the right thing. It's just gonna have to be that way. It's just gonna have to be that way. Okay. That's a lot of notes. I do wonder if I should do not remove from sight. Realm and sigil. Sigils of the past and present. Ben Aird, Robert and Burt's 1905. Interesting. This book is not in color. But he scratches out the word red. Banners? Banners. From the core will come dividing line, splitting the sigil. From one sigil to another, the different number style, and the difference in these can immediately reveal several things. Counting the lines, sigil will transportation. There's an entire page missing here. Okay. I don't think I'm going to take any more notes on this, because the things that I could remember on that, I've written down. That is fascinating. Let's see what it can make out from the sigil that I did record. I don't have that mote. I don't have the meaning of that mote. Those L symbols. Were they L symbols? Maybe they weren't. They were metropolitan symbols. I simplified them. So, Orinia, or whatever the name of the civilization was, Orinia has 3 scratches, and then the L symbol, which is the moat. for Metropolitan. Okay, a lot of time has passed. Oh, this is a door that's closed. The chess room. So this is... I have access to this room whenever now, right? So... I can come back here. What did we learn on this one? We learned that there was more to be found here. So you're saying it is red, but there's something else. Oh, look! That's the symbol. That's the symbol. For Orin. On the elevator, too. So this was made... Oh. History of Orin, right? The book, History of Orinia, or whatever it was called. The... Oris was the name of the king. And kingdom. King III died October 3rd. Ditbon Margot took the Orindia. Orindia. That was the name of the empire when all three kingdoms were united. Arc, Ares, Fen, Ares, and Area were all united under the name of Oridia. Orindia. And that's the symbol. So this elevator, or maybe even the mines underneath, are from the era of Orindia. Back up we go. I feel so scatterbrained going through my notes. I'm like, oh, there was a thing, there was that thing. Where is it? And it's just all such scatterbrained nonsense here. But this was big. This was big. What was the goal for today? It was to draft more rooms and finish the puzzle. I just realized how loud the music was in there. Gosh. I can hear the wind. It's very nice. What time is it? It's past 1, so we have a lot of time. We can probably do a full round of drafting rooms here. Where do I want to go? Looking at the puzzle, if I can make a straight shot on the western corridor, that would be awesome. But that seems highly unlikely. Spare bedroom, hallway. Which way is it building? I'll take that. And I need to keep an eye out for chess pieces. No chess pieces here. Storeroom, nook. Let's build the nook, because I want to go north from there. What else? A rook! You can't fool me. I've noted down where the rook goes. Okay, so the rook goes in this corner room here. Security will help me go north. Let's take some 3 steps off and go north. And let's turn the security system off while we're here. Keycard system, keycard settings. Change that, go to low, confirm settings, change offline mode, change that to unlocked, confirm settings, and back, and exit. I think some rooms preclude the night. that can't be. Like, they feel like they're showing up too fast. Okay, that's interesting. I was gonna say maybe some rooms preclude the spawning of chess pieces, but there's a knight right there. I was like, maybe there can't be a chess piece in this room. I'd rather take the pantry, I feel like. The breaker box is... I think I finished the puzzle in there. It would be nice to have the breaker box so I can turn off. But I'll take the pantry here, actually. Before I go there, I'm going to hope I draw the breaker box again. Commissary, den, storeroom. Let's make this a dead end, get some things from the storeroom. Two keys. Star and steering. I already have that letter. Any chess pieces here? There's a pawn in here. There's a pawn in here. I feel like every room has a chess piece associated with it. Perhaps? I don't see a chess piece here. I don't see a chess piece. Kind of got lost in the sauce for a second. Passageway takes 6 steps. I've never drafted a locksmith, I don't think. But I'm not going to draft it unless I wanted to create a dead end. So I'm going to draft the passageway instead because it prevents dead ends. Let's draft this one first. Nursery's a dead end. Weight room, dark room, those are both red rooms. I don't like red rooms. Let's take the nursery. Isn't there usually a gem in a nursery? Road and rod, already got that one. There's a key, okay. And there's the Red Prince by Marion Marigold. Which I've already read. I don't see if there's a chess piece here. A pawn. Which room is this? This is 3 in the middle. 1, 2, 3. And pawn, I've already got a symbol for pawns. There we go. There's a pawn in here. I need to figure shit out with a boiler room, too. Corridor. Bunk is a dead end. Commissary. Maybe I'll build a corridor and just go north. This is cotton coat, I believe. Cotton coat. No chess piece visible to me. Let's keep going. Den builds out both ways, and the bedroom builds out this way. It will give me 10. It'll give me 5 steps if I draft the bedroom, because I have the nursery. Let's see. I do think the bedroom is probably a better idea, and there's like often stuff in the bedroom, so I should probably take the bedroom so I get all those steps back. Car keys. No chess piece. Often there's like a chess piece on top of that when it spawns here. Oh, there's a chess piece. There's a pawn. Perhaps pawns are like, they just show up wherever pieces are needed. Second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's a pawn. What are the paintings? It's pilot and plot. Okay. Which way am I building? Building out that way. Anything that builds north from there? The parlor builds south. The morning room builds north. The garage. I've already done everything, and I think I've done everything I can do in the garage. So I'm gonna. And I don't have the breaker room yet. There's 3 keys in there though. But the morning room builds north, and I need to go north to get the next letter that I don't have. Plus, the morning room has a gem in it, right? Or something. Yeah, 2 gems. November 5th. The Baron of Mount Holly named nephew, provisional heir. I've read all of this. Baron Bafflers, which he penned over the decade. Red Prince, Swimbird, and a new clue. I've read the Red Prince, I've read Swimbird, I haven't read a new clue. Her disappearance remains one of the most tragic mysteries. She's dead. The government killed her. And he doesn't want people to know. 14 Summers was yesterday named provisional heir. Yeah. I've read all of this. But here's the letter. It's tube and tub. Wait, I already have that, don't I? Yeah, I already have this one, tube and tub. I have to build north in order to get the next letter. Water bottle. Oh, there's a chest in here. I am gonna open it. I got my key back and a gem. Oh, it's a silver key. Unlocking a door with a silver key leads to a room with many doors. Maybe if I have 7 keys, I should use the silver key. Okay, moving on. I just walked the wrong way, didn't I? Wasted a step like an idiot. I'm just gonna use the regular key. The guest bedroom, the workshop, or the commissary. Since I don't have items, there's no point in drafting the workshop because I'm not getting anything from it. Maybe I'll just take the commissary? The guest bedroom is a dead end, otherwise I would take that. It's just 50% day off, 50 on day 20 and 21. Well, it's not 20 or 21 yet. Let's see. Rain and grain. That's rain and grain. Let's write that down. That's a letter G. Where are we again? 1, 2, 3, 4 from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. G. With, without. Let's see. What have you got for sale? For 6 money, I can buy... a magnifying glass. I always love having a magnifying glass on me. Maybe I can take it back outside, downstairs, and read everything in the mines. Regular key, please. Boudoir, courtyard, or den. I agree. The strategy tends to lead to very quick ending sessions, but I'm not super upset about that right now because I'm just trying to get the letters. It feels like maybe I'm wasting days because there are special things that happen on certain days. I don't know. Oh. Okay, I didn't realize I could see my inventory as well. Courtyard builds up. Courtyard doesn't have paintings, though. And it's going to take 3 steps away from me, so I'm going to build the den instead. Because I want to get the letters. Fuck! I don't know what this is. I'm gonna have to fucking wordle this shit. I've seen these paintings before, but I just couldn't place what they meant. G blank T-E blank. G R? What could it possibly be? A O? I'll give that strategy a shot. I haven't tried it that way. Okay, 10 tag necklace, but that can't be it. I can't place this freaking letter, and I know the one above it is an M. So, oh, I've stopped paying attention to the chess pieces. This one's a pawn. Where am I? 4 down from the second. This is all. There's a lot of pawns. It feels like whenever a chess piece is not particularly relevant, it makes it a pawn. I can't see from here if there's a chess piece in here. I'm gonna walk in. Who cares? In the morning room. No, I don't want to go there just yet. Let's build this room out. Use regular key, please. The parlor or the kitchen. Kitchen builds back to the east. Sorry, to the west. The parlor goes to the east. Ba, 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 ba. Let's see here. I haven't had any use for my gems this time around because... But I don't think I'll be able to afford anything in the kitchen with just 2 money. But maybe I want to keep going back west? That's a stupid idea, but let's do it. I can have a banana. Wow. Tomato soup? For every red room in your house? I don't like red rooms, they scare me. Porterhouse steak. I don't have a showroom, so I'm just gonna have a banana. Which room am I in? Yeah, tie and time. This is M. And then the room next to it is S. Any chess pieces, though? What kind of... It seems that yellow rooms don't have chess pieces in them. Purple rooms? Perhaps... Yeah, I guess, maybe. Alright, let's go to the next room. This sucks! Backtracking, going the other way. Yeah, we're going all the way to the entrance hall again. And I didn't even see this. Okay, back we go. Yeah, there wasn't a chess piece. The green room, I don't think I checked this for a chess piece. There was, I didn't notice one. No. And there was a pawn in here. And there wasn't a chess piece in here. This is an orange room. And there wasn't a chess piece in here. And the nursery, I've already written down, was a pawn. And there wasn't a chess piece in here. Even though this is a blue room. That's interesting. There was a knight in here. Alright, let's go back. A rook in here. Let's draft this room. Coat check, billiards room, or guest room. That would be a dead end, that would be a dead end, that would be a dead end. But the billiards room will give me keys, while the guest room will give me steps. I'm gonna do the billiard rooms to get some keys. Is there anything worth finding just lying around here? Sometimes there is. Alright, let's play the game. 20. Okay. What? Oh, 2 is added twice, I guess? That's why it's turned on twice? 4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus 1. 8. 8 plus 6. The answer is 16. No, it's not. I miscounted. What is yellow again? Is that not subtract? Let's do 18 minus 10. That gives us 8. 9. Oh, I never did the plus 4. Oh no, I'm stupid because it's not going to the 18, it's going to the 4. Let's do this again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's 2. Did I miscount again? No, I didn't. Okay. 6 plus 3, 9. 9 minus 3, 6. 9 multiplied by... No, 6 multiplied by 3, 18. Okay, here we go. 20 plus 10, 30. 30 minus 18 is 12. 12 divided by 12 is 1. There we go. It's a key card! I don't even need that. I wanted the key. How heartbreaking. Let's continue. Spare bedroom, parlor, or observatory. There's a slight chance for a key in the observatory. I'd rather have that. This is the first time in a long time that it's... But it's still lined up. Like, I wonder what's going on. Like, it used to be that you had to move it around to line it up, but I haven't had to move it around in a long time. I wonder why. Or maybe I'm missing something. Is that... Farmer's apple. Apples are extra delicious today. Nope. Nothing else. That's all I got. After I'd already eaten some apples. Isn't that heartbreaking? Okay, let's go up. It just really wants me to draft a parlor. Okay. I don't have any use for it though, because I don't have any gems. No need for gems. I'll do it just because I want to go the other way. And maybe I find a use for gems, who knows? Maybe I got a laundry room, you know? Every box is black, so you're a liar. Every box contains gems, so you're also a liar. The statement on one of the other two boxes would be true if you replaced the word every with the word this. This box contains the gems. Yay! But war then, I guess. That's fine. Oh, it's technically a bedroom. Oh, I guess every purple room is a bedroom? This is the only safe that I've actually cracked. And it just has a gem in it. Would have been nice if it had a key in it. Secret passage. Leads to a room color of your choice. Sure, why not take a purple room then? Peek and P, already have that one. Have I stopped paying attention to the chess pieces again? I have, haven't I? There's no chess piece here. There's no chess piece there either. Well, I just wasted some steps for no reason. The key to the bedroom. Let's go to the purple room, get some. I feel like it's gonna draft 2 purple rooms in the aquarium. My only choice to continue is the spare bedroom. An orang. I wish it was an apple. Look, this is the clearest view I've gotten of this statue before. Since I've never seen it like this. It looks to be a scholar or a saint of some kind. It's holding like an incense burner and a book, probably scripture of some kind. So it is a religious script statue of some kind. The only room that lets me continue forward is the drawing room. Any chess pieces in here? No. Let's continue. Tent and 10. We've got that one already. There's a pawn in there. What room is this? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lots of pawns. No dates to work off of, though. When did Sinclair sit down to have his portrait made? That has to be the date for this safe, right? But I have no idea who the artist is who made these portraits. Or where their room might be. I'm just throwing in random numbers in there. 7, 6, that's not a date. So the first 2 numbers can be anything from 0, 1 to 1, 2. And the second number is going to be anything from 0, 1 to 3, 1. Whatever. We're moving on. I have no concept of what possibly could be the date on that one. Let's draw this one. The Rampus room. I'm definitely taking the Rumpus room because we haven't spoken to Hims the Fox in a bishop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good thing it was like right in the middle of the room. And I have this room's letter. It's an H. Just to double check. Is a chart and cart? Yep, that's an H. Shall we speak once again? I need to open a new page so I can write down his other thing. Because I haven't heard this one. Here we go. What you're about to hear has been foretold.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara.
Welcome.
And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. Yes, the fog is clearing.
The man in the hat.
The
dark room.
A shadow in the doorway.
Is that me?
Silent footsteps in the hallways.
Somebody's watching me.
An unlatched gate you did not open.
That's the gate to the side of the house.
A missing item you did not take.
What? There's somebody else in the house.
I see a young boy watched from afar.
I'm being watched.
A young boy who once was brave, but now afraid.
The death.
What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
A missing item you did not take. A gate an unlatched gate I did not open. Silent footsteps. Being watched from a distance. I don't need an entire page for this one. I can write this down with everything else. Sorry, I went silent there just to take my notes. That was a revelation and a half. There is someone watching me. Someone in a hat. I don't know if that tells me anything. Someone is watching me. An item I did not take. A gate, unlatched gate that I did not open. The boiler room. Where does this go? Oh, it's still rank 5. I have all the rooms in rank 5. But maybe there is... Maybe there's a chess piece there to find. It's the only room that has another... Oh, that sucks. I only have 3, possibly 4 more rooms to explore. But if this builds next to the lab, I would be very happy. It doesn't look like a chess piece appears here. There's a digging spot, but I don't have a shovel. I'm just gonna go upstairs and draft the next room and hope that there's a lab. I hope there's a laboratory. Please be a lab. Please be a lab. Please be a lab. It's not a lab. That's it. It's the end. The dark room. Gymnasium. How did these guys build out? Dead end. The only one that actually lets me continue is the weight room, so... Eek! Damn. Stage and stage, already have that one. A lever. Does the weight room always spawn with a lever? Interesting. I wish I had the boiler room. I don't know if I've ever drafted the locksmith before. Keys for sale. Fire and fur. Got that one. 5 keys. 5 things for 1 key. 12 for 3 keys. Lockpick kit. That's an interesting item. I'll take the 1 key. I don't see anything else here. It's the first time I've ever drafted a locksmith, I think. So, how can I get... I have to go all the way around. I don't think I have enough movement to get back to the kitchen. Let's try it anyway. Let's give it a shot. Maybe I'll make it. I won't. Hello? There's a room here. But why didn't I build out here? Because it was locked. Great, I got a key. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna build a library. Coat and coast? Is that it? Yeah, that must be it. If it's coat and coast, that's the letter S. Which room am I in? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's an S. So what if that was cost? What if that tag, that 10, was a price tag? So it would have been cost. Coat and cost would be A. Gates. Small gates. 8 dates, crack 8 safes. Small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. What does small gates mean here? I only have 2 more rows of letters left. This is likely to be locked, but I can ask for a book. I guess I've never read Drafting Strategy. I've read Sightseer's Guides to Reddington. I probably would want to read it again at some point because I don't remember the details in that one. I've read Swimbird. I've read The Fixed Stars. I have read History of Orindia by Caleb Manning. I've read the EPCW Pump System User Manual. I don't think I've read Drafting Strategy, so let's just take that. Probably worth it. Is there a chess piece in here? Maybe upstairs? Let's check it. Let's take a look. I don't see a chess piece. Of all the books in this place, why do I always get the same boring selection? It's my scrapbook. I don't think there's any value in going through this right now. Maybe I'll investigate that some other time. And these are also like other stats of mine? Yeah. Wow, 390 rooms drafted. Anyway, let's keep exploring. Highly likely to be locked. Was it locked? Wine cellar, 3 gems, the foyer. Hallway doors are always unlocked. 6 steps, I would immediately die. Servant quarters. At this point, we have to acknowledge that the run is over. Where am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That takes me here to E. That's a dead end. That's a dead end. And the foyer would immediately kill me. I've never drafted the foyer either, so I'm not going to draft it. I'm just going to draft the wine cellar and see if there's anything of value in here that I haven't noticed, like maybe a chess piece or something. Stag and stage. Yeah, that's a letter E. Wait, look. This is the coat of arms of the Sinclair family, and this is the coat of arms of the Etson family. A knight. So this signifies their union. M is 1,000, C is 100, MCC means 1,210.3. 1,213. I have that number. 1213. What does that number mean? Where did I write this number down? Where did I write this number down? I don't remember what notes I took next to it. MCCX3 and 1213. I have this number and I haven't been able to do anything with it. It's not a date. It's not. I don't think that would make it a code for anything. Or at least not a code for a safe. Anyway, that's the end of the run. Let's yeah, that's the end of the run. Let's just walk out and force a call it a day. There we go. And now it's time to call it a day. Go to sleep. Let's see. What kind of a house did we get? A prosaic inn, 5 bedrooms. Any new rooms? Items found for new rooms 1. It has to be the locksmith. I'm pretty sure I've never actually drafted the locksmith. Yeah. Okay, let's start another one. Let's do another one, and about an hour-ish from now, I might be, which would be about how long a run takes. I'll be calling it for the stream. Day 18. Hold on. An item I didn't take. 3 birds here. Let's grab my allowance. How did I start with 4 gems? I thought this only lets you start with 2 gems. Why do I have 4 gems? Interesting. Let's go draft the outside room. Oh, the movement speed here is so slow. Outside room time. You're right, I did draft the morning room yesterday. Root cellar, shelter. I'm gonna draft the shelter because I've only drafted it once before and I don't remember. What a beautiful painting. Canned veggies. Soup! Time lock safe. Remain where you are for now. Given that the Red Guard is due tomorrow, we've agreed with your plan and have disabled remote access to other terminals and have sealed the network mainframe. Regardless of the danger, I am still not willing to risk removing shelter from the draft pool while the 3 of you are down here. Our best bet is to sit tight and hope for a little bit of luck. Who 3 were down here when the Red Guard was due? Welcome to the Mahali Bomb Shelter. Press enter. Time lock safe, radiation monitor. A measurement of radiation levels detected in the house and surrounding grounds. These readings are often spiked by the experiments conducted in Mount Holly's laboratory. If the readings is 12 microsieverts or higher, emergency protocols will initiate and all doors in the house will automatically unlock. Take millisieverts measurement. Microsieverts measurement. 0.08 microsieverts. Interesting. Time lock. The shelter's time lock safe can be accessed by setting an unlocked date and time. You can use any date and time as long as it's at least 1 hour in the future. Once unlocked, the time lock safe will remain open for 4 hours. Exit. It's day 18, right? I just can't remember when I arrived on the estate. The newspaper said November 5th I was appointed heir. And the game told me when I came to the estate. I just don't remember. Let's see. Okay, change the network. Come on, come on. Staff services, punch in and out. As of number 4, all work has been suspended in Mount Holly and all units have been placed on an extended paid leave and according to the instructions left by Old Man South. See Miss Babbage. Staff announcements. Saturday, November 7th. I don't think anyone else has access to this network this month except you, Simons. If you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you. Your your friends in faithful service. Did I come here on November 7th then? Request schedule change. This has been disabled. Special orders. Nah, I already placed a special order last time. Return to main menu. Electronic mail, not allowed. What? I didn't mean to exit that. Set unlock date. If November 11th is when I came here, let's assume, and it's day 18, so it's the 29th. One hour in advance. Let's just make it 1 p.m. Confirm that. And so it should still be open by 5 p.m. if I am right about the date. Which I don't think I am. I don't know what making a wish does. Let's go over here for a second. Shelter is great if you have a lot of time in your hands to figure out the date and such, but don't sleep on its effects. It's really good. Yeah, it protects you from the next 3 red room effects, which is pretty powerful. Was this the gate? A gate unlatched that I did not open? I don't know. Let's go back. Let's go back inside. And all the 4 fires on the elevator is there, but I don't have strict use of going back in there just yet, because I don't know where the king and queen go. I have at least one position for a rook, a knight, and a pawn. I have multiple positions for pawns. Okay, let's I don't know. Let's go somewhere. I'm gonna take the storeroom. Perhaps this was a stupid idea. A cheval. That's fun. So, did I not note down this room? I don't have. It's a pawn, so I can just write that down. Let's keep going. Nook corridor drawing room. Let's just take the drawing room, I guess. Or there's a key in the nook. I take the nook a lot. But it has a rook again. And I remember the nook had a rook the last time. And I don't know if this is correct. This is something I need to keep an eye out for. If the nook always has a rook, then there might be a flaw in my plan. Okay, let's keep going. The parlor. Where does it go? That's a dead end. So it's a spare bedroom. the car keys. Anything else? Nope. Let's keep going. The patio. That would be a dead end. So would be the bedroom. For that, then, I shall draw the patio, because I don't know if I've ever drawn the patio before. It seems like a waste, but if it's the new room, I want to see it. Excuse me. Buried below. Occasionally you may discover small mounds of dirt in certain rooms to the estate. With a shovel, one may be able to excavate these suspicious dig spots. A grill. There's some dig spots right here. And I do have a shovel, so let's dig. Turnip. Turnip the heat. Oh. It was a new room, so it was worth checking out, but doesn't seem like there's much here in the patio. I wonder if this grassy edge that I can see is... Nah, that's just regular. Commissary, lavatory, guest bedroom. I could take 10 steps from the guest bedroom and get one gem or one item. I don't think there's anything to learn in the lavatory. I do want to draft it again at some point just to see if there is any value in that room. But not yet. No item. Well, that's sad. And no chess piece either. Okay, that is just sad. Back to the main area we go. And let's continue drafting. This feels like it might just be a short run. I'm having... I don't know what to take. I'm just gonna take the pantry. Is there a chess piece in here? I never noted anything for here. Don't see anything though. Courtyard, boudoir. The only one that moves is the boudoir, is the courtyard, so I don't have to take that. Maybe some digging might be valuable here. Yay, pebbles! I love pebbles. A coin! That's cute. And there's a chest. Might as well open it up, see what's inside. That's actually pretty good. Hopefully it becomes useful to me. Morning room, chapel, and den. Morning room would end the run. Chapel and den. Might as well just take the den in that case and get... I know I have the shelter protecting me from the red room's effect, but... There's a gem in here, why not take that? I feel like there's something to do with these swans. Can't just be decorative. Let's build this one. Billiard room, parlor, and bedroom. Let's build the billiard room because we know that it offers keys and such. I wish I had a metal detector. Doesn't look like... Oh, there's money in here. Love to see it. 4. I've never encountered the bullseye before. But the bullseye is either worth 50 points or I can't add 50 to... That's crazy. I'm going to guess 8. I'm going to say that this is 4 plus 4. No. A bullseye. No. I don't want to brute force it, but I kind of feel like I have to. If it's 4 plus... What could it possibly be? Square! 4 square! It's 16. Ah! That took me a minute, but I figured it out. 1 plus 2, 3 squared, 9. 5. 15 minus 5. Or is it 5 squared, 25 minus 15, 10. There we go. Silver key. There we go. Chapel, security, morning room. I missed an item? I'm gonna build security just so I could change the rules. I missed an item? I wasn't paying attention. Whoa, a broken lever. Thank you for pointing that out. I haven't had the opportunity to use a broken lever yet. The only place I feel like I know I can use a broken lever is in the greenhouse, and I rarely draft that room. Wait, hold on. Before I leave, what room is this? This is 3 from here. That's a pawn. Was there a chess piece in there? I'm gonna waste another step. I am. Doesn't look like there's a chess piece in here. What a waste of a step. 2 steps, I should say. But look at that. Security was a knight before. Now, this could be a coincidence that I've just drawn these rooms where they have them. But I don't think so. I drew security again. 3 from the top. Oh, that was 2 from the top. And I got a knight again. So that's concerning. It takes so many clicks to change this. I kind of... Keycard system... Keycard settings, set security level, confirms, nope, set security level. Confirm setting, change offline mode. Back. Oh, sorry, let's just exit actually. There I am in front of security. But hold on. What room is that? I don't know if I've seen that before. I was told that there's somebody else in the house. Maybe I can see them here. Or maybe I can't. Let's draft. Hallway, dark room, mail room. It's a dead end, though. Is it worth deading the end? I don't know if I've ever seen the mail room before. And a package will be delivered here the day after drafting this room. Let's try it. Maybe it's worth it. Order placed. There's something to read here. Please return all correspondence packets addressed to Danny Ravane to sender, as he's no longer employed in our staff. Ravane's full name is Danny Ravane. Danny Ravane. What's this? More detailed instructions will be sent by electronic mail to the address client has provided. I know this. Utility room, fuse box, VAC indicator settings. Press any button to activate. Above to activate blue. Press a blue indicator next to a red indicator to activate a purple. 5 purple indicators are needed to activate the 6th. I already figured this out. Like, this is not information from... This is not news to me anymore. Feels sad that I already knew that. Everything is Syncaco. What is Syncaco? There's a letter for me. Clock and lock. That's a C. I already have that. Dad. From Dad. I know Dad's name. Daniel. Dad's name is Daniel. SKR. Wait, look. The flag is red. I have to imagine the flag for Fen Ares is red. Hold on. Let's do this. That's why Red Prince, of course, because of the political red guard. Fen Ares is red. Let's write that down. Where can I write that down? Here. And then, letter from Dad. Simon P. Jones, Fen Ares 63080 is the Mount Holly Estate address. Hold on. Dad address is 1819 Alice Drive 63022. Mount Holly address is Fen Ares 63080. I don't know what SKR 6789 stands for, but I'm gonna write that down anyway. SKR 6789. If I had the magnifying glass, I could read the stamp. Unfortunately, I don't. Hey buddy, how's it going up there in that big house? I think most people would be pretty scared being alone for this length of time, but I have a feeling you're doing just fine. I imagine you happy as a clam, perfectly content on the estate with the exploration and opportunities for adventure that present themselves each day. As I'm writing this, you're currently in the garage packing the tent. I wanted to try to post this letter before we depart tomorrow so that it has a chance to arrive during your first few days on the estate, but With all the preparations, I'm not sure that I'm going to find the time. There's so much I want to say, and I'm sure I'll forget to tell you Friday night. Sometimes it's easier for me to jot this stuff down. You're yelling at me right now to come bring you a pillowcase. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. I can tell you're really excited, but I think you might feel a little guilty about being so happy the day after the funeral. Believe me, I know how long Uncle Herbert worked on setting things up for you, and I know from our conversations just how much happiness this final project brought him. So do both of us a favor and be excited. The house really is amazing. I know it's been almost 7 years since we were last up there, and I'm really curious to hear just how much you remember from those summer trips. He's always been smarter than me at this kind of thing, so I'm not sure how much guidance or inspiration I can offer before your trip that will actually be useful to you. Despite my best intentions, I'm sure that on Friday I'll end up leaving you with a few of my overused cliche expressions when we say farewell. Later, alligator. Dad. P.S. Get some sleep each night and don't spend all time each day playing dirigiblocks. Hold on. What did I learn from this? You've always been... I can offer you before a trip. I'm sure that on Friday I'll end up leaving you with a few of my overviews. So Friday. We left for the estate on Friday. And on 1993, the 10th of November was a Friday, right? I have to check that. I have the calendar app here. I'm going to go here. I don't need August. I need... How do I tell it to go back many, 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 many years? Actually, I could just Google it. November 1993 calendar. November 1993. On Friday, we have the dates 5th, 12th, 19th, 26th. So we left for the estate on that day. I think we arrived on the estate on the 19th, right? Because on the 5th of November 1993, he declares me the heir. Interesting. I'll have to think about this more. Okay, let's put the letter back. See if there's anything else I can read. Not even 1 o'clock yet. Okay. I knew that, unfortunately. Already did that. Can't do that. Okay, up north we go. Yeah, that was fun. That was interesting. I don't think I've ever drafted the mailroom before. Dad's name is Daniel. I know that. Secret passage leads to a room of color of choice. I don't know why I did that. I feel like I want to draft a gold room. Do you have any benefits to drafting any other rooms? Patio, spread gems. So, yeah, I'm gonna draft the gold room just because I want to see what kind of rooms it'll give me. The showroom. Luxury items for sale. This is what I was hoping to get. Interesting. Emerald bracelet. Emerald bracelet for 60 money. I don't have this kind of money. A master key opens all normal doors. Chronograph. I've never seen this. 24-karat chronograph. While drafting, you may rewind time after drawing new floor plans. You are more likely to draw tomorrow rooms while drafting. Silver spoon. Whenever you gain steps from eating, gain twice that many steps. So, nothing here that I can actually buy. And the moon necklace didn't even spawn. So that kind of sucks. What a beautiful ornate door. It's locked. Let's use a regular key. And let's take the morning room. Let's see. No. Nothing of particular value. I'm near the boat. Okay, let's just keep drawing. A salt shaker. Whenever you eat food and gain steps, gain an extra 1 step. Imagine eating a salted apple. Actually, that doesn't sound too bad. I'm gonna do the bedroom. I do feel like I keep forgetting about the chess pieces. Money! This gave me a pawn again. So, the bedroom gave me a pawn last time, so I'm not sure what this is telling me. I also don't know what to do with this welcome to greetings from Reddington poster. I asked for a book last time, but that's a dead end. Boiler room is a power source. I'm really hoping that if I take the boiler room, I can draft the library. Sorry, not the library, the laboratory next to it. There's some dig spots down there. I have a shovel, right? I do have a shovel. Let's get some digging going. Damn it. Yeah, that room is out of commission, so there's no need to worry about that. Please be the laboratory. Please be the laboratory. Please be the laboratory. Please be the laboratory. It's not. I guess I'll build a hallway. It gives me 2 points of access. Doesn't look like I can take a signal from the boiler room out here. Maybe I'll build a commissary? Passageway? Maybe I'll build a passageway. Just because it goes everywhere. Yeah, which one? That one's the dead end? Let's go to this one. Dead end to the pool, dead end, dead end. Adds locker room, sauna, and pump room to today's draft pool. I've never drafted the sauna. Maybe I'll use my gem here. Why not? I'm trying to get as many rooms as I possibly can. Okay, let's keep going. Maybe one of the extra rooms that I draft will become a sauna. Laboratory. No gems. I had the shelter. So should I just take the dark room? I don't have to go in just yet. Let's draft here. Which way is it going? The other way around. Let's go here. Chapel, boudoir, lavatory. I'd rather build a chapel here, actually, but it costs money. I'm gonna go into the dark room, see what I can get the other way. Oh! Wait, the dark room didn't turn off just because I have the shelter? Is that the case? Already solved that one. This is the thing that said the green memos are lies. This is the dining room. And this must be Hartley then. No, maybe this guy's Hartley. Because he's older. And Hartley's worked for 40 years. A key card. Print notes. HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship, I assume, for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark to keep an eye on that. So keep an eye on that. I have explored this room before. This must be Mrs. Babbage, right? She's sitting in the office doing something. Hold up, there's a king in the office. I need to keep that in mind if I ever draft the office, if there's a king in the office. This is the maids. Blurry in this one. The background isn't focused in this one. Are they in the greenhouse? I can't tell which room they're in. Why is it important that I can see the background here, but not here? Don't know. Figure that out. Let's build this one. Furnace, corridor, parlor. Parlor doesn't go anywhere, furnace doesn't go anywhere, let's just build the corridor. I feel like I'm not making any progress, I'm not learning anything new. I'd rather get some items, maybe? Perhaps that's the best way to go. Yeah, I think that was fine. Now we go back to the chapel and draft from here. Oh, it's because there's a bishop here. Where am I? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 up there. In the second row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's a bishop there. I wonder what they mean. There must be some significance to the kind of chess pieces available in these areas. I haven't found any instructions about that yet. A garga? There's no point in taking the garage because I haven't opened it yet. How far am I from the mailroom? Because I think I have a magnifying glass in the coat check. Did I draft the mailroom this turn? Where is it? I must have... Oh, there it is. I have to come from the other side. That's annoying. What items do I have? I have a few interesting items. But maybe I'll just do the parlor instead. You know? Safe bet. Yay, I gained 3 steps for that. Okay, let's do the puzzle. Statement on the white box is true. Statements with the word white are always true. The gems are in the white box. Complicated. Let's imagine that the white box is telling the truth. If statements with the word white are always true, then this statement is true, gems are in the white box, and this statement is true, the statement on the white box is true, which would be corroborated, but there would be no lying box, and I'm pretty sure this says there will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. If this was true, then all 3 boxes would be true, but this then therefore must be false. Statements with the word white are not always true. The gems are in the white box. The statement on the white box is true. This is not true, this is not true, this is true, the gems are in the white box. Oh, thank God. Every single time I'm opening them, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, did I do it wrong? Did I just rush through it? The pump room, the West Wing Hall. Commissary. Control water flow throughout the estate. I'm not sure if there's any value in me controlling the flow of the water to the estate right now. I don't think there's any value in controlling, so I'm going to take the West Wing Hall just so I have 2 options of where to go. Tube and Tub, already did that one. Staff notice June 15th, 1983. Out of the respectful lady Clara Epson, Western Hall will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this waiting have not been removed from the pool, we ask the staff remember refrain from drafting the time to neighborhood. Interesting. Clara Epson died on that date. I'm gonna draft the office just to confirm if it has a king in it. Because if it has a king in it, right? We saw the picture of Anne Babbage sitting in the office with the king behind her. So if the king is found in the office again, then that suggests that the pieces found in each room are not associated with the position of the room, but rather the identity of the room. And there's the king. This goes against what I've been doing this whole time, which is using the location of the room to note the chess piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is where it should have been a pawn last time. But now there's a king. Yeah, so the identity of the room is important, not just the location of the room. And the only reason I drafted this room... Oh, there's an apple in here. Lovely. I wonder This is Clara Epson, isn't it? Maybe her death is the indication? Run payroll. After running this process, checks will be placed in each staff member's room. This includes the servants' quarters and the maid chambers currently on the estate. Run payroll now. Have I never done this? Sure, spread the gold now. Oh, money just appeared here. Clara Epson. I'm gonna use the step and reread this date. Oh, money. June 15th. Clara Epson died. No. So that didn't help. March 20th, Anne Babbage fired. No. I wonder if I should be clearing them every single time. No. No. Okay, that was worth a shot, but did not reach any conclusion. Alright, continuing to draft. Locker room? I've never used the locker room before. Spread keys throughout the house. Sure, let's go. That's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There's 17 locked rooms, locked things in this. I have only 3 keys, so I'm going to be systematic and only check locker number. Let's say if this is 1. Actually, this is 1. And then it just wraps around like this, and like this, and like this, and like this. This one's open. Rain and Grain. I already have that one. I'm going to open this one. And I'm going to open the very last one. This was stupid, but I did it. Ding ding. And of course you're locked. I'm going to use the silver key. Actually, where am I? I'm pretty low. A 6th rank. And this is my only way forward. So I should open it. Should I go? I'm gonna go do a backtrack and see if I find any key. Any keys? Any keys? Money with no keys. Let's keep looking. Maybe in here? I feel like that would be easier to spot, but keys are Keys kind of blend into the environment. I'm wasting a lot of steps, but really hoping to find some keys. The pool is a dead end, so let's take a look here. Some keys somewhere? Nothing. Where should I go? I go back to the boiler room, to the hallway. Hallway? Boiler room. Maybe there's a key down here somewhere? Doesn't look like it. Bedroom? Keys? 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 Morning room? Keys? Keys? No. But it brings me back here, the showroom. Wow. The thing about these items, they're really expensive, and I don't see the value in having them right now if I can't carry them with me. Huh. What is this? That's a key. Now that I'm in security, I should be able to check how many things are around the estate. 3 keys and 10 coins are around the estate, and I don't know if it's worth going back every room checking to get those 3 keys. But it could be. But I don't think I have enough steps to come back if I run out of... I'll check a couple more rooms. No keys. Last room to check, I think. Okay, yeah, I'm back at the entrance hall. I have 2 keys. Ah, if only I had the meeting room. So I'm just gonna go back to that locked room at the end and unlock it. Because what else am I gonna do, right? If only the estate could tell me where the things were. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Where do we have to go? Chapel office, West Wing locker room. Should I use the special key on it? Why not? I have 2 keys. I might get something actually valuable. I'm gonna take the dining room. And as soon as I go north, I should draft this room first. Where does it go? I think there's letters that I don't have here. I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. So if I go to 8, that's the letter that I don't have. So I do need to go there. And I think I ordered a book. So let's go to the library. And the dinner is served. Let's eat it. Have dinner. And 10 additional if I have a boiler room. Country stew pie. Boiled chuck stew, layered and then baked to perfection. Topped with mashed potatoes and Parmesan cheese crust. That sounds delicious. And one extra step for having... That's suspicious. Let's look at that afterwards. Kimberly Thompson's the only other person who had the drafting strategy. Of course Kimberly Thompson had the drafting strategy, because today's November 24th. Today's November 24th. Or I drafted this on November 24th. So it's either the 25th or the 24th. And this is day... What day is it? This is day 18. So, November 24 minus 18. So I got here on... Hold on. If I got here on Friday, and Friday was day 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Did I count that right? 7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So day number 1 was Saturday the 6th. I came here on Saturday the 6th. I need to write this down. Unless today's the 25th, in which case 1, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Nope. It has to be Saturday the 6th. Day 1 was Saturday the 6th. So let's read this book. Volume 3's Drafting Strategy June issue features page. The Potential Within by the editor. Gems, strategies and tips. Planning your house. Estate layout and drafting. Drafting combos. 5 combos you won't want to miss. Making a connection. Estate connectivity. Tips and tracks. Strategies. Suggestions for success. Words from the editor by the editor. Oh my god, I'm going to read 15 pages? That's going to be a lot of reading. The Potential Within. We'll start as an empty floor plan. To the ambitious young architect, fresh blueprint represents the world of boundless possibilities. When you are staring at a blank canvas, you have unlimited potential and ideas to explore. But with an abundance of options at your disposal, the architect can also become overwhelmed by the countless choices and decisions that need to be made. Should I draft hallway or closet? How many bedrooms do I need in my house? Is the passages really worth 2 gems? All these questions can compound, adding layers of complexity and stress to the design process. That's why it's even more important to develop simple and effective strategies that you can employ while drafting your house to ensure successful project outcome. In this volume of Architectural Digest, we aim to provide architects with some of those strategies and even assist them in developing their own. Gems. Every architect needs them. Although many architects employ different strategies when developing their house design, most of them agree on one guiding principle: have gems while drafting. One of the most common ways architects draft themselves into a corner is by not having the resources they need when opening new doors. If you lack the gems to consider all 3 presented options, you may be forced to draft a room you do not want. To avoid this predicament, focus on drafting rooms that grant you gems and prioritize acquiring gems as early in the day as you can. This approach is a surefire way to set you up for success. Reader submitted gem strats. Make sure you check for gems in the rooms you are in before clicking the door. I do this way too much. Alice F. Think about having some gems for emergency. I try to only spend them if I really need a room. Jen. I will never draft a passageway on the first 5 ranks. It's a simple strat that has served me well. Oh, hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Just give me a second. Hello? Sam? Hanji? Yeah, I was playing games with my friend right now. Tomorrow semester starts again. Probably not considering because it's not a field. Okay. Alright, sorry. I am back. I had to take that phone call. Where was I? Okay, here I was. If you see gems for sale in any of shops, buy them out. Don't pass up on wine cellar even if you're not thirsty. There's so many things you can do with gems. I might have a bit of a problem. Yeah, you do, Craig. But let's see. Planning your house. I have to go in about 10 minutes. I really don't want to end this run prematurely. When you begin drafting a house, it's important to start each day with a solid foundation. Draft early ranks first. That was what you told me. That's what you told me. A very common mistake beginners make is drafting in a straight line north and ignoring many unopened doors they have left behind the entrance hall and the room of the early ranks. When these architects reach the higher ranks, they quickly discover they do not have enough keys or gems to continue. The day usually ends by returning to the lower ranks or drafted doors they skipped, only to find rooms and items that they would have made all the difference if they had only been found earlier in the day. As the layout to the right demonstrates, even a path of rooms that snakes through the house and does not go in a straight line can also be structurally weak if you're leaving lots of unopened doors on the ranks behind you. By starting each day on a strong foundation of rooms on the early ranks, you'll have a much better chance of finding success when you eventually start heading further north into the house. Okay, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense. Cloister? What kind of a room is that? I've never drafted that one. Top drafting combos. 5 combos you won't want to miss. Another aspect to consider when planning your house is the order in which you draft rooms. For instance, if you draft Cloister before Terrace, you will be down 3 gems, but if you draft them in the reverse order, Cloister would be free. Interesting. Identifying a synergistic pair of floor plans is an essential first step, but determining the optimal order for drafting house rooms will provide you with an additional advantage, significantly improving your chances of success. Interesting. I do want to draft the Cloister. Other floor plan combos. The foyer drafted before Great Hall would mean that all of its many doors would be unlocked. Hallways doors are always unlocked. Oh, I'd never even thought about that. Drafting bunk room after nursery will give you 10 extra steps because it counts as 2 separate bedroom triggers. That one I knew. That one I've taken advantage of. Office. You won't have to backtrack constantly if you to collect a gold spread from the office if you've drafted a conference room. This I also knew. The more items you have, the greater your chances of being able to create a contraption in the workshop. Attic gives 8 items. Wow. Making a connection. State connectivity. 2 pair combos aren't only for room synergy. You'll find some floor plans only work by drafting other specific rooms. These rooms aren't powerful on their own, but can be very useful when their connectivity is eventually discovered. The utility closet is a perfect example of this. It doesn't do anything by itself, but can literally power up or down other rooms you have drafted in your house. Garage, dark room, gymnasium. Powers garage door and grants west path access. I knew that. Turns lights back on after blowing a fuse. I knew that. Gymnasium turns lights off to prevent step loss. I knew that. Other examples of connectivity. The ladyship's chamber. I've never drafted this. The next time you enter a boudoir, gain 10 steps. The next time you enter a walk-in closet, gain 3 steps. Continue G gems. One of the more simple examples, her ladyship chamber has synergy with Lady Epson's other 2 rooms, the boudoir and her walk-in closet. Well, I've drafted her other rooms all the time, but I've never drafted her actual room. The boiler room connects ducts from rooms to room to run steam power to specific destination in the house. Laboratory, garage, laundry room, furnace, and pump room all have uses for steam power. Interesting. Speaking of pump room, this room controls the water level through the rooms in the estates and the pump, aquarium, greenhouse, and kitchen. Several other features outside the main house. Yes. Tips and tricks. In the kitchen, you can check which course is being served in the dining room that day. This will allow you the opportunity to draft specific rooms that will make the meal even more delicious. Besides counting as 2 bedrooms, bunk room also counts as 2 rooms. This will increase the amount of steps granted by a master bedroom, the amount of gold spread by the tomb, and the amount of keys found in the servants' quarters. Each time you solve a puzzle in the billiards rooms or parlor, the difficulty will increase slightly the next time you draft that room. I figured that out. Just because you didn't find any items in a room when you first explored it doesn't mean that will be the case the next time you draft it. I also figured that out. The day after drafting the freezer, it ends the automated cooldown refreezing cycle during which it cannot be drafted for the next 24 hours. Ah. If you're stuck or don't know what to do in a specific room, sometimes it's smart to move on. There are multiple ways to solve many of the challenges you will come across, and there is a very good chance you'll find a piece of information down the road which may help. When in doubt, draft rooms you have never seen before. That's what I've been trying to do! Even if you don't think the room seems useful, they may still hold useful clues and information that will help you in your journey. Word from the editor. Although with this volume we have provided our readers with many potential strategies and tricks to try, we here at the Architecture Digest hope that aspiring architects know that there truly is no set blueprint for success. Forging your own path and coming up with your own unique strategies will, in our humble opinion, always provide the best results. Each architect has his own favorite room, each builder has his own favorite tool, and thus each player, in turn, will develop their own style of play and discover their own secrets and tricks that they can share with the world or keep to themselves. Whatever strategy you employ, we wish you the best of luck drafting and hope you build the house of your dreams. Now, what is this? Huh? This room, X marks the spot, the 8th, all the way to the east. Oh my goodness. Do I have that room? I'm not gonna make it there. I need a straight shot west. Oh, the sauna. The aquarium. Maybe I'll draw the aquarium so I can get another room and continue. Aha, a digging spot. Please be a key, please be a key, please be a key. It was a fucking coin. Did I say west? I'm bad with directions. Wait, which rooms do I not have? Am I in that library? Shit, I don't have the letters for that library. I should have done that. Well, I have to go back there, so... And I have enough steps, so... Pump room, library, commissary. Commissary takes away, pump room goes that way, so I'll build a pump room. The aquarium has water, right? How much water is in here already? This is full. Let's pump the water into the pool. Which one goes to the pool? The last one. Let's see. Pump the water into the pool. What am I doing? Is this working? This pump. Let's try this. This pump sends water out. Huh? I'm so confused. This has no water in it, I guess? Or maybe I needed to pull it the other way? Okay. Can I do this? Okay, so now I've got some water in the pool. Let's pull the water from the aquarium. The aquarium is pipe 3. There we go. Can I empty the aquarium? Ah, I can't. I need to send the water back to the pool. There we go. Come on, come on. Not kitchen. Aquarium. There we go. Now the aquarium is empty. What did this achieve? What have I learned by doing this? Nothing. I just killed all the fish. What was the point? There's no chest pieces that I can see either. Okay, let's keep building from the aquarium. Or should I go down to the pump room? I think I should go down to the pump room and build out this way. Exit. I don't want to use the key just here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's free. The foundation? Hell yeah. Never seen this, I'm taking it. That's cool as fuck. Oh, hold on. can't do anything here. Did I fuck myself over? No, this exit's here. But I can't use that. Does not reset each day? What does that mean? I would have loved if it was a coin. No, it goes the wrong way. Is this the end of the run? It doesn't have to be the end of the run, but it kind of will be. Oh, hold on. I have letters to get. Where am I? I'm right next to the antechamber. Plane and lamp? Plane and lamp? Plane and lamp? Lantern? And light and flight. That's the letter F, right here. I have a few more to get. This won't give me any. Ah, move. Box? Or crate? Chart? Graph? That's it, yeah. Crate? R-A-T-E, crate. And rate. Crate and rate. Right? That could, no. Crate and rate? That's one to try. That gives us C. I never made it to the room. Now I know this run doesn't have to be over, but I am well over time. I needed to leave a while ago. So I am going to have to... This is locked, right? Yeah. I am going to have to call it a day and end the stream here. But thank you, TC Dems, for being here, and everybody else who was watching. I will try to stream again next week. Let's call it a day and see what kind of accolade our house gets, because I have to get out of here. Let's see the accolades for the house, and then we made a lot of progress, learned a lot. It's a garden manor. Rooms drafted 35, ranks reached 9, steps taken 109, items found 7, new rooms 4. That's pretty cool. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to end it here. Bye-bye.